Yeah, okay, mate. So QNT, let's have a look here. Holding quite well under 106, yeah. Pressure cooker on the daily, maybe? Yeah, well, I mean, no pressure cooker on the daily unless I'm looking at a different chart than you. The pressure cooker, the white 100, would need to be coming up over the top of price. However, it could develop eventually. You know, if the price flushed again and this continued to move up and these all move down, there could be. It could develop a pressure cooker eventually, but at the moment, no. Like, this is interesting. I have to say that, you know, that is interesting. My computer is slow at the moment. I need a restart, but anyway, it's just a little bit slow at the moment in case you notice anything. Like, this is interesting. It is bearish for now. I would like, because of the nature of it, it is interesting, and it could rip to the upside when ready, but it looks like it might need to do that before it would do that, if it's going to do it. Like, you can see here's a drop on a base like this. You get the big red candle. It didn't flush the lows, right? It did not flush the lows. And the next one, you got a green bullish engulfing. The green bullish engulfing one was the sign, okay, this is not going to flush the lows. I'm going to get long on this, right? Because it should flush the lows, right? When you get a pattern like this, that should continue to the lows, but you got this green candle that negated it, and that gave it a big rip to the upside. Now that's a 3. I'm on a 3-day chart here actually. That's a 35% bounce. So, you know, worst case scenario, you can do that. That's why I've drew this green line here. If there is some sort of bullish candle back up to here, well, you can be thinking then, right, it's game on now. This looks like it's going to break out to the upside, and then you can look to get on board at the top or up the green line again, because at this point this is slightly bearish because of the red candles failing and it's dropping down. It's filling this wick, but it's a base that probably should go lower. So if the market gives you a clue that it's not going lower, you know, that is a key point where you can jump on it. The other thing, of course, is a 3-day chart and there's 15 hours left. This is unlikely to be flipping green on the next 15 hours. So what you want to do is watch the next 3-day candle to see, right, if this was going to flip green, it's probably going to give you a clue first. You know, there's going to be some sort of wick to the downside, most likely, and then pop up and flip green again. If you really wanted a knife catch down here on the lows, you know, you would watch this tomorrow on a new market open and look for some sort of dip down and a bit of strength, because the red 200 moving average is starting to rise slightly, which could actually put pressure on this price to rise to the upside, right? It's starting to move, but it's just saying, well, don't FOMO now, because there is a chance it could go lower, but it is into a, you know, a high what do I want to say, a high, not a high probability area, but it's getting into an area where it's getting closer to move. It's already built its base, right? You know, you built the base here, but you know, when you're getting extended in the base, you're getting close to the move, right? So you get extended in the base right here, it was close to the move, and you got the move, right? So we're somewhere here. This is, it's giving us a clue at the moment. There's a bearish stop hunt here that it wants to go down. So what we need to do is find some sort of bullish stop hunt or something down in this area to give us a clue that it wants to go back to the upside. So it's you know, when you're in this choppy mess, you just need to watch for that clue. You need to keep an eye on it, and need to keep an eye on it to let the market tell you, is this going to break down? Is this a bear flag that is going to actually truly flush and break to the downside, or is this a pattern that is going to bark back up to the upside, right? And at this point, there's a slight bearishness to it, but we need to keep an eye on that to see if it's going to reverse kind of just like this one here, or this one here. I mean, that's a drop and a bear, a potential bear pattern that rounded out back to the upside, but there's always a chance you get that drop and a move sidewards, it could drop again, right? So you didn't get that. This could be trying to do something similar. If this starts to round back to the upside, well, you know, if this comes green tomorrow and chops, you have to start being aware that this should have broke down here and it's not breaking down, and then this can run. So it's all about watching it. here in this last or the final furlong, whatever you want to put on it. I just want to see the weekly. There's 2 days left. The weekly is green, and this is a bullish stop hunt down the lows, so that is interesting. Even though there's 2 wicks here trying to be negative, trying to be bearish, you know, but this is green here with a bullish stop hunt, so there is a possibility next week this could start to make it a move higher. It really is just about watching it. Sometimes you just need to be reactive in the market. It's a choppy pattern. It's not ideal. I don't really like this setup. Maybe I shouldn't say that. This could finish in a bullish engulfing candle, right? In the next 7-9 days, if this moves up and closes up here, well, all of a sudden this has moved up and closed here and it looks good again, and you can get that continuation. So it probably is good to watch it. Right, like right now this is not great. Any reversal and this is looking bad again. If this drops any more at all, it starts to look bad for a move down lower. So, you know, it might need that last flush before getting the move. So honestly, it's one of those patterns where you just need to watch. It doesn't look ready. It you know, look here. You're up, you're down, you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down. You've got 3 or 4 false signals in here. There's a bearish signal, bearish signal, bearish signal. You know, bullish, another bearish signal here, but you got stop hunted. You know, the whole way through it. Even you get another bullish signal here. There's 4 bullish signals through this, and the bullish signal fails again. It's extremely choppy chart and not an easy chart to trade because of the well, the choppiness when it comes in. Of course, this was a nice trend here, but I think you just need to wait here for a better signal, because this is still not great and not giving a great signal and still too choppy and all that sort of stuff. So, like in a real bullish market here, that would find the strength and you would get a second green candle to the upside here, right? In a very strong market. But there's 6 weeks left in this, so it still could do that. If it could find the low, it might actually be able to continuation and get another move higher. Now, if it doesn't get that, right, this is still potentially a very bullish pattern. Maybe the problem of that entire structure is that it needs to form a red candle here, and maybe it needs 6 weeks to consolidate and chop about. That's the worry. That's the potential issue when you have an extremely choppy pattern that doesn't give you real direction. It might mean it needs time, and time in the market, waiting until maybe a new 9-week candle before you can actually get that real move to the upside. So, you know, you just need to watch it and be very careful on it. I wouldn't jump into it yet. I would let the market tell you what to do and keep an eye on it and keep an eye for a good signal. But look at this. This is not bad. To be honest, I would probably say that this is going to be an inside bar, meaning that there's not too huge of an upside over the next 2 months, right? But I could be wrong on that, right? I have to say, I'm going to say that straight away, because I could be wrong on that. Sometimes, again, you get these, in strong markets, you get these strength candles moving up and taking out this wick, okay? So it really, it's a choppy chart. It's a you know, it's not an easy one to call. It's one of those ones where you got to just have patience and wait for that signal. And I think the best case of course of action is to give it a little bit of time. You know, you can see there's 7 days left, and then there's a new weekly candle. This monthly candle, sorry, a new weekly candle, but also a new monthly candle. I meant to say, this is a doji candle. It's probably not going to run this month, but I think just give it time, let it go to next month, and then keep an eye on it. I just think it needs a bit of time. It doesn't look ready. It's a choppy chart. There's multiple scenarios there because it's in the chop, and because it's had rejections, and because it's now trying to be bullish again. Like here's the top of your pattern, and there's the bottom of your pattern. You're dead center. When you're dead center to a pattern, it becomes a little bit more difficult. So yeah, on conclusion, I would wait for a new month, and then I would see how the pattern is developed, reassess. You can ask me again on a new month if you want, and we'll look at it again, and maybe something like this could play out.